Welcome,
Good
welcome, welcome.
evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hey now, welcome to the Hookah Lounge.
Yes, welcome to Conversations in the Hookah Lounge on this beautiful Saturday evening.
Oh wow, I lost Queen.
Yeah, she went out for a minute. I hear you though. I don't know what happened with Queen. You somehow lost sound right quick, Queen. But she'll get herself together right quick. Go ahead, Dee, kick it off while Queen gets
Okay,
it together.
nice to see you guys here on this Saturday. Join us in the Hookah Lounge with me and Miss Queen Jean and the wonderful the man, Mr. G-Lew, who makes all this all come together for us on Saturdays.
What
Hope you
up,
guys
people?
enjoyed your day. It
Number
was an
46.
exciting day. Uh,
Number 46.
Number 46 got through. We could finally say his name. Mr. George Bush, and you know I'm way back in the
Oh my
2000s,
God.
huh?
Oh
Mr.
my God.
Biden, and I'm sober. That's what it is. Maybe I need to. I have no hookah. I'm not at home. If you guys see my background, it's not the same today. I'm not on home. I'm traveling. I went to Long Beach. Now I'm in California City, so I'm on hiatus. So, and I'm sober. So I'm gonna change that. So, but Mr. Biden,
Joe B.
Mr. Biden
Shout out
came
to Joe
through.
B.
Yeah, and I have to say I'm really proud of people. Finally, we can say that
We
our
voted.
vote mattered because for the change, you got
Yeah.
the popular vote matched the electoral college, and that's what I've been trying to tell people. And we can finally have faith in the system for a change. So
Right.
anyone that got out, went out and vote, mailed your vote, did what you have to do to get Mr. 45 out of there. Congratulations, we did that. So
Yay, yay. Shout out to 46, man. Joe B. Kamala Harris, first lady
go.
vice president in history. Also a black lady.
Yes,
You know,
sir.
whatever percentage black she is, she got something in her. So shout out
Hey.
to first of all Joe Biden making history, getting the president out of here. It was the last time you had a president that didn't go 2 terms. It's been a minute. So
Oh, we've only had like
that shows you his
three.
lack of presidential skill. So he's out of there, even though
Yep.
he won't go out easy. I'm sure we'll be hearing from him. But
Oh,
shout
we
out
can
to
get him
four
out of
five,
there.
you out of there, player. Shout out to
Got
46
it.
and
Good.
history being made. Kamala Harris again as well, first lady vice president.
Yes,
And
sir.
hopefully we can make some new changes and go into 2021 better than we did with 2020. With that
Ooh,
being said,
we.
ladies, you got it. I'm gonna fall back.
Here's
Can you
Ladies,
my
guys hear
queen.
me? Can
yes,
you
Yes,
we
hear
can.
me?
ma'am.
Queen, you got it, Queen Jean. Go ahead.
Okay,
And she's
great.
back.
I'm back. I heard you guys speaking on Biden, but listen, we've had three great things happening towards the end of the year for 2020. LA Dodgers, LA Clippers, and Biden winning the presidential. So, three great things that we need to be grateful for that has happened. What's going on, sister?
Hey, ma'am. How are you? You
I'm
got
better.
your
I'm
shirt.
better.
I need one of those. You and G both got your shirts on.
Okay, I'm gonna make
I'm
sure you
feeling
get one. I'm gonna put that order in this week for you to have one.
okay because I'm feeling a little left out. Don't do your
We
girl
don't
like
need you to
that.
feel left out. We are.
You know
We,
I'm
we can't have you
spoiled.
feeling left out. Right. I'm trying to set my phone up here so I can read the comments.
Yes, I
Let's see.
can't
We have.
comment, ladies and gentlemen. So if I see them, I can see them, but I can't write them because if I turn my phone on, I'll start having all that, that back static that Dee Dee gives you. We can't do that. No, so I can only read them.
So
Yes, I can't make the
right.
comments, so I'll try to answer them if I see them.
Okay,
So,
great. I can read them, answer them. So if you see my head, go to the right. I'm looking at the comments on another device. So, is our guest here? Hi,
she
Meg.
told me she should be clicking in. Hopefully she's backstage. Let's see if she should be because she saw the link. She was watching the show. Miss C. Darayl Howard. We got a great one tonight. She does so many things. She's well accomplished. She's a writer. She's a blogger. She's a publisher. So we got a good one tonight. Can't wait for her to start talking and telling us what she does. I don't want to start, you know me, I start getting ahead of myself. I'll start telling you everything she does. We don't want to do that tonight. So when she comes in, I have her introduce her. She's like I said, another, just like Boo, another college graduate, had to do that with kids. That's always difficult. I take my hat off to people like that. I did it. It wasn't easy. I always say Oprah lied to us, stay-at-home moms. I actually started my college staying at home, so I thought that was the hardest job in the world. To get out to the real world, anyone listen, if you're a single mom, Oprah lied to us stay-at-home moms thinking that we had it so hard. Our job was so hard, and we believed her. till you become a single
Yeah,
mom.
I've experienced that as well, attending USC and having a full-time career, and also as attending a trade college at the same time. So I was doing three things at one time as a single mom. So yeah, it's a salute to us. Salute to all the single moms who have done that and been
Yes, ma'am.
successful with what they have went to school for, or just
Oh yeah.
doing the damn work. So salute to us.
Yep.
So
And
look,
listen,
let's
while
give a shout
oh,
out to
oh
some of
yeah,
the
I was good.
people in the comments. We have Queen Meg,
Yes,
Queen
ma'am.
Kiera
Yes.
Patterson. We have Hope Lynette.
Hey, Miss Hope Lynette. She's actually going to be on the
Yes.
show in January.
Oh, she's coming on the show in January. Okay,
Yeah,
welcome,
another
welcome,
writer.
welcome.
Yes.
So welcome to the show, Queens. I'm also
Hey, while
looking
we're
forward to the
hey,
interview
there's that wonderful,
with C.
beautiful lady right
There's go to
there.
Queen.
Yes.
Hi.
Hey,
Hey,
How are you?
before you get talking, because before you introduce yourself, if you come in late, you're gonna miss this. You're not gonna be paying attention. We always give out gifts at the end of the show, so pay attention to what C. Darayl Howard has to say, because we're gonna ask you questions. And I'm not home to show you guys, but the conversations in the Hookah Lounge, we give out great gifts. So pay attention, because
pay
Hope
attention,
Lynette
pay
said, hey,
attention.
C. Darayl, pay attention
hey,
to her
Hope
story.
Lynette.
I'm telling
Hey,
you now.
Kiara.
There we go. Okay, so now, Miss C.D. Darayl, we are so happy to have you on the show.
I'm excited to be here. Thank you guys for having me. Hey, Queen Jean.
Hey, beautiful
How you
Queen.
doing
How
tonight?
are you? I'm
Thank you.
great.
How
I'm
are you ladies
great.
tonight? I'm so
Good to
excited,
have
like
you.
you all, like you guys are,
Yes.
to have a new president, new opportunities. I'm so optimistic, but at the same time, I'm still a little bit like, okay, what does this new administration have in store for us? But it's good.
Yes.
It's great to see that Trump, you know, ding
It's no
dong, the witch
longer
is dead.
there. Yeah, the 45
He
Right,
is
is
right,
gone.
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 right,
45
right,
is
Yeah.
dead.
right.
Like Freddie's dead,
I,
45 is dead. So yes, so
and
I'm with
my
you.
mother and I, we argued about it all this summer. I just knew he was going to remain president. It just seemed like there was no hope for us, but we got him out of there.
Yes.
Yeah, I just
Mhm.
told my daughter about 3 or 4 days ago. I told her Biden got this. She said, "You think so? 'Cause Trump got a lot of supporters." I said, "Look, I
Mhm.
feel that Biden has this," and so I just kind of laid low and wasn't really paying too much attention. And then today, when my sister texted and said, "We got 45 out of there at 45," and I was like, "Yes." So yeah, we got some great things to look forward to. We have to stay optimistic, as you stated, Queen, and just pray that they get in there and do everything that they say that they're
That they
going
said
to
they
do.
would do.
Yeah,
Yes.
Hmm.
so they have to remember why
Because
they were voted in.
it's because of
Well,
us Black women.
that's what
Yes.
I
We got
said.
them in there. So
That is
hmm
exactly what I
it's
said.
because of
You
Black
pay
women.
homage to us because we make presidents. So,
Yeah.
Right,
Yes.
right, right,
yeah.
right.
Oh,
So
definitely.
shout out to
Definitely.
Kamala too as well. So let's
Oh,
get this
yes.
conversation started about you, Queen, because you're the star of
This is
our
all
show
about you,
tonight. So
darling.
it's all about you, Queen. So let's get it going on.
Yes.
Let's tell the people something about you that they don't know.
Well, as you guys said before, I'm C. Darrell Howard. Um, I don't know. They probably don't know anything about me except for my family that's watching. But I'm a mother of 5 girls. I
The Barbs.
I'm a the Barbs. Yes, everybody knows my girls as the Barbs. They've been the Barbies for a while, and they're my heart and soul. But yes, when I'm not, you know, being driven crazy by those 5, I'm writing, I'm listening to music, things like that. But yes, writing has always been a passion of mine since I was a very little girl. When I was reading Jackie Collins books that I shouldn't have been reading, when I was reading B.C. Andrews books that I shouldn't have been reading in the 3rd and 4th grade. I've always loved to read, and so that's where my passion for writing came from.
And
Yeah,
Jackie
those
Collins
V.C.
is a good
Andrews books.
author.
And Jackie Collins, V.C. Andrews, Jackie Collins. And V.C. Andrews, we should not have been reading those ancestral books, but for some
Mm-mm.
strange reason,
No, no. No,
Judy
but
Blume.
I think that's where my knack for putting those zingers, those surprises, those little outrageous tidbits in my books come from, because I've always liked to read things that I didn't expect, and things that would give you pause and make you think after you're done reading and wanting more. So as an author, that's what I try to do. And I coined the term real life fiction to describe the genre of fiction that I write in, because another thing that I do as an author is I always put something real in there, something that really happened, that if you didn't know me or you didn't know who I was talking about, you really wouldn't know that is true. But I embellish a little bit, but I always add something. I give something of myself as well as something about the people that I know. And sometimes they are now trying to figure out who exactly I'm talking about. But I watch people, and human nature is always intriguing to me. So that's what I like to write about. And my book, Baby Girl, my debut novel, that one will always be. I got my shirt on tonight, represent for Baby Girl. I don't know if you guys could see it.
Oh, I got the book.
No, you got the book.
There's the book.
Yeah. Yes, but Baby Girl is set in South Central Los Angeles, where I grew up. I grew up in Compton and in Watts before moving away to another city and it was a culture shock when I got there, because I was a little
Megalicious has read all your books. I'm sorry, it popped up. Megalicious. She said, "Yes, I read all those books."
Oh, she did. Okay, go in. Yes.
I just had to tell you that. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Yes, thank you. I have a fan on here. Thank you for that. Yes, Pam always tells me that there should be a part 2. Or did you say you didn't want a part 2 of Baby Girl?
No, I said Baby Girl was good the way it ended. It's Tell Me Something Good. I'm waiting for part 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Tell Me Something Good is a series, and I'm working on it. I have so many irons in the fire right now. So yeah.
So what part of Compton? Because I'm from Compton and also lived in Watts. So what part of Compton are you from? What area?
Me too, Meg.
Well, I don't know if you know Marion Anderson Elementary.
Okay. Yes, I went to Centennial, Willowbrook. I stayed off of Hilford Central.
Yes, that's right around there. That's right where I lived at. Yeah.
That's where your roots. Yeah, that's where my story began also. And then Watts, I stayed off of Santa Ana, right down the streets from the Watts Tower. So I went to Mark for a little bit.
Close to there. we lived across the street from the Jordan Downs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
right across the
when
street
I
from Jordan Downs, BH Hood. Okay.
Right.
So is that what inspired your book, Baby Girl? Because you got a lot of amazing reviews on that book.
This book is so amazing. Let me tell you, because I've read her books and the book of poetry, and I'm gonna go through some of these poems in here are really deep. I don't look. Y'all think I'm playing? I don't look. Check. I don't. What is it? Dog-eared them, because some of these I just really liked. Yeah, but because if you follow me on Instagram, you know I don't pump these books because I really like these books, which is why I had to get her on here. This book right here is so amazing because it really is a book on growth. So that's why I like it a lot. It's a book on growth. And if I could have reviewed it twice, I would have, because I actually got the pleasure of reading it twice. So go out and get this book right here, The Book of Growth. And you answered like 3 of my questions as you were telling about yourself.
I know, right?
Yeah, I know. So she's a great
question.
What a great interviewer. You can answer those questions before we ask them. But one thing I touch upon, because if you go through, it might be in my bio, because I always tell her I stole it from her, the real life fiction. Right. But ours is a little different, because yours is real life fiction because you put a little real life in it, and mine is real life fiction because I want you to feel like it's real life. Which I heard you explain it this time. Go ahead, sweetie.
That too.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly what you said.
Yeah, and that's what makes me love your book so much, because like I just finished the book today and I was telling my best friend, like, oh my goodness, I hate the fairy tale endings. Like everything.
Exactly. That's exactly it.
And I like your books because you don't, everything in the real world doesn't end with, pixie dust and Tinkerbell. And that's what makes you, that's why I like the real life fiction. That's why I stole it from you. So yeah, I always give homage to what I steal things from. And I did steal the real life fiction from her. But that's why I said your books are so good, because you don't know what you're going to get at the end of your books. So, and I'm not going to give anything away, but you don't. So don't think that at the end of the book, you're going to tie everything up. Like one of your reviews annoyed me, but everything doesn't get tied up in a pretty pink bow.
And you have a lot of people here. One of your daughters is in the comments. She said, "Go, mommy." Is it Nera? Nera?
Oh.
Yeah, she said, "Go, mommy."
See.
And Kamara Johnson said, "Hey, heaven." And so you got a lot of people watching the show. I wanted to ask you a question.
Yeah.
You went to school and you
The
got your
Barbies are
Bachelor
watching,
of
yeah.
Arts degree.
I had to make them.
Do you do sign language?
Oh my goodness. Ugh, sign language. So that's kind of why I, changed careers and, when I was almost done, because I felt like I owed the deaf community more than what I had to give. I studied a lot about their community and I spent a lot of time with deaf people. But at that time, I didn't feel that I was, I didn't feel that I was as sufficient or proficient rather with sign language that as I needed to be, because I hadn't spent enough time in that community. So I kind of switched careers at the end of my undergraduate studies. So no, and I did have the opportunity before I changed careers to work with deaf people, and I was very excited about that. But you think just like if you're learning Spanish,
right?
They have their own. Deaf people have their own way, their own slang. You wouldn't know it, but they have their own slang, and it's not at all what you think it would be. So what I studied in school wasn't enough to communicate with them like I needed to. So, otherwise I would have done it, because I did enjoy the time I spent with deaf people, and I have a tremendous respect for the deaf community. And I used to sign all the time. But I haven't signed in years. I taught my kids the alphabet, and I would sign to them, as they were learning to talk. When they were little kids, I would teach them different things, but I haven't signed in so many years. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty dope thing to know. Signing. Yeah.
Mhm.
I have a relative that does that as well.
Mhm. Yes.
Yeah, that was one thing I didn't know about
Okay.
you. Kira
Yeah, she
said
didn't
that.
know that.
Yeah, I know she got me on that when she told me. Kira said the book is so different and outside the box. I loved every bit of it. Yeah, that's what I felt about the book. It was very
Thank you,
unique.
Kiara.
Yes, yes. Oh,
Yes,
you got to put your handles up.
Who, me?
Yeah. Well, if I can't put them up because my phone will start making a bunch of crazy noises.
Yeah, if you could just tell me how to spell it, then I'll go ahead and put them up for you real quick. I know it's CDA.
Darayl.
And that's on Instagram, correct?
Yes, as
Yes,
C.
your
Darayl, the
Instagram.
writer. As C. Darayl, the writer.
Okay.
Before we get off of your writing, because you do a lot of other stuff, I wanted to ask you a question. I love to ask writers this. How do you start building your characters?
At first, it starts with a thought. I'll think about a topic or something I want to write about, and then I build the characters from there. And I sketch them out one at a time. I build them up. As I'm writing the story, I try to sketch out each chapter. But that's the way I write. I start and then it changes as I go along. I'll allow the story and the characters to be themselves, and I try to speak, try to write in their voice and not my own. So, um, if a thought comes to me, I'll put that in there if I already sketched it out and already had a plan for the book. So I don't, I try not to be dogmatic when I'm writing. I try to let it flow. But yes, I definitely start with a thought, and then I sketch my characters out and each chapter out how I want the story to flow from there.
Yeah, they always
I
seem to
had
go their own different way, don't they?
Right.
Go ahead, Queen.
I was just going to say I had read something earlier where you had used the word music. So do you relate to when you're writing? Is music a part of your uh,
Yes.
help you with writing? Because I know with Dee Dee it's the same thing. So I asked her, is that just
Right.
something that authors do, or
Well, yes. I think authors have their mood and their scene that they like to write in. I know uh, some authors they may go to a certain destination, like Stephen King. He has a cabin, I believe, he likes to write in, and he'll go off and he'll write there. So everybody has their own scene that they like to be set with music or um, in an ideal world for me, it would just be me and my little Barbies on the beach with me writing and them running around me. I know Toni Morrison. I know Toni Morrison when her kids were little, she'd get up early in the morning so that she could write before they woke up. But she said a lot of times they would be at her knee. And that's how my barbs are. They're usually right there and I'm typing away and cooking dinner and or they're doing homework right beside me while I'm writing. But music definitely is a big part of my life. When I was a kid, growing up in South Central LA, my mother would always have her component set with the speakers and uh, the record player, and she'd be
the
blasting
old
it over
school?
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm I remember people walking past us into Key Sweat and just standing in front of our house because my mom had the music so loud. But uh, myself and my siblings, we all have a great affinity for music, and definitely everything I write would probably have music throughout it. You can't really reprint lyrics unless you pay for them, but I just use the titles, and hopefully people will look up the songs or be able to get in the mood while they're reading, and they can appreciate the scene that I'm setting with the music. So that's what I try to do. And Baby Girl, um, I
Thank
have
you,
a
OG
soundtrack
Steve.
that's on YouTube. On YouTube, you can go and type in "Baby Girl" the novel, and all the songs that I have in the book is on YouTube on my channel.
Wow.
hmm
Wow.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was
Roro said
smart.
you're the best singer. Roro said you're the best singer. So do you sing as well?
Yeah, but around the house, I'm a shower singer. So yeah,
Okay.
my kids always tell me to shut up. Yeah, but yeah, I love to
I
sing,
wanted
but
to
I
ask you
don't really know
this
how to sing. hmm
as well. Have you ever considered doing a play with any of your books that you've written?
I envisioned Baby Girl as a movie. I kind of wrote it that way.
Yes.
Yeah.
To I
Ah, yes.
I always think about that as an author. I think most authors, some authors are very selfish with their books. They don't want it to become a movie because a movie or a play, it kind of messes it up for a reader. Because as a
Okay.
reader, you can always imagine how a story should go or how it would go or what they look like. And that's why my books don't have covers with live people. I wanted to have covers with cartoonized characters
Wow.
because you can still have that imagination. But when urban authors use actual people, it kind of takes that imagination away
And
from
they don't match the character. The book
right.
cover doesn't match the character in the book, and it drives me insane. When I was with the publisher,
Yeah.
I kept sending book covers away because I was like, that looks nothing like the guy I described, or that looks nothing like the person I described in the book. So that is actually ingenious. I always wondered why you did that. That is actually
Yeah.
ingenious.
Yes, because
Yes.
I wanted to. I actually worked with a graphic artist, and I said, "This is what I want. I want a '90s feel. I want a girl from the '90s.
Yeah.
Somebody from the hood." And she came up with that, and I loved it. So we
Yeah.
collaborated on that. I told her what I wanted, and she came up with that.
Oh, it does. It gives you that Kid and Play, the Salt and Pepper. That's this one. It gives you
Yeah,
that
it's
feel.
kind of style.
Yeah.
The title
Yeah.
is stylized like the Martin Show a little bit.
The Martin yes.
Yeah,
I
so
love it.
and the yellow and the green, if you remember cross colors, things like that. So
yeah.
Cross colors, that's real old school.
Jump. Yeah, it does.
right.
But it's written.
Jump. I'm saying cross colors like the clothes, Pam.
Oh, my
Yeah,
bad,
that's what
Didi.
I thought. That's why I said cross colors is
Me
real old
too,
school.
but
She's thinking
anytime you
about
say
remember
crisscross,
we used to wear the big
cross,
we used to wear the big green pants and the TOC used to wear cross colors.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
I do.
yeah,
Anytime you
so
say cross colors, I'm gonna say jump, just because I
thought
quote
about
it.
yeah, they used to wear they used to wear backwards. Yeah.
Backwards.
So
Yeah.
so yeah, since Baby Girl is set in the 90s, I wanted to, I wanted to give readers that feeling that you had I grew up in the 90s. And I wanted to give readers, if they were too young to remember those days, they would be able to say, okay, I get a sense of what it was like. And if you grew up in the 90s, you would automatically say it was exactly like that. Same thing with the descriptions I used to describe, where she grew up at. I wanted readers who live in South Central to say, yep, that's, and like I said, I was young when I moved away from South Central. I was in middle school, so I didn't remember a lot. So I said, Mom, where would we go if we needed to do this? What would we be doing if at this time? And my mom helped me with a lot of it, So yeah.
In the middle of reading, I think I texted you. Was like, oh my goodness, I used to eat at that restaurant all the time when I was reading.
So tell me something good.
Tell me something good. So you do feel like you're in LA. It's not like it's not authentic. So you did a great job.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. What restaurant was that?
El Cholo's.
El Cholo's. Yeah, my mother. The first time I went to El Cholo's, my mom had just got her Amex card, and she took us all out to El Cholo's. It was so good. We had nachos. She let us order whatever we want. My mom was that kind of mom. When it was payday, where we're gonna eat, where we're gonna go. That's the kind of mother that she was. So we all. I think she took my sister and all my cousins. I mean, not my sister, her sister, and all my cousins and all of us, and we all went out to El Cholo's, and it was like the best restaurant back then.
Yeah.
Today it's a little different. It's not as good.
I don't know about
yeah,
right
it's
now.
a whole different ball game.
Yeah, I haven't been there in a minute, but they have the best margaritas, and you can order them by the pitcher. Yeah, that was my restaurant for a minute.
Right.
Yeah.
Joyce Worley said, "Hey, see Darayl, you go, girl," and she's enjoying the interview. So you have a lot of people that tuned in. That's a beautiful thing right there. When you have your people tuning in.
Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Toya, to Hope Lene, to Joyce. That's my mom, y'all.
Shout out to Mom.
On here.
Hey, Mom.
The bar. Shout out to everybody that tuned in tonight. Thank you for your support.
OG Steve didn't hear us, we want to say thanks, OG Steve. I don't know if you heard us, for representing us always. We love you. I want to jump into the next thing you do because this hour goes by so fast. Trust me. You are a blogger. She is Lady Blogger. If you've been following Lady Blogger and didn't know this was Lady Blogger, this is her right here. I follow Lady Blogger. So give us some insight, Lady Blogger, right here. Tell us about your blog, your experience. What made you start the blog? How difficult is it to do the blog? And where do you get all this in? You stay right on top of everything. You have me put my little 2 cents in there when I'm really paying attention.
That's my other passion. My other passion is I love to blog. I had spreadtheword.com, and then I had little babies and and I was working, and then I was in a master's program, and then my kids were just getting my second set of children, because I have 2 older children who are in their 20s, and then I have 3 school-age children. So my second set of children were starting school. So I kind of, put things in perspective, and, things in a level of importance. And, so I let that blog go. But then I just, I always have these opinions. So I put them out as Lady Blogger because they don't fit on my C. Darayl page. So, because that's my author page. And Lady Blogger came about because somebody I knew way back when, they used to see me blogging on Spread the Word, and they would say, "What's up, Lady Blogger?" And I'm like, So So that's why, that's where I got the name from. But yeah, I blog as Lady Blogger. It's not anything hidden. I don't care if people know who I am, but I definitely separate it from my other, two different sides of me. I'm Lady Blogger when I blog, and I get it. I read everything. I'm always reading, always on social media, and I try not to post what everybody else is posting unless it's something I really have an opinion about. But I try to give my community things that they want to see. And I have a small following, but I have a strong following. I have
Mhm.
people that comment every time, that like every time. And those are the people that I blog for because they love Lady Blogger.
Yeah. And the dialogue, because I'll throw my little 2 cents in sometimes, like, oh well, wait, especially when I want to say, oh wait a minute, or girl, like, because the topics are pretty
May I
good and
have
the
your?
things that you talk about.
I'm
Go
sorry,
ahead, sweetie.
sis. Can I have your Facebook handle as well? Because I'm getting ready to put it in the comments.
C. Darayl Howard.
Okay.
Yeah.
And all your books are on
No, I think
Amazon.
am I Facebook? Wait, hold on, let me check it out. Let me see.
Yeah.
Because I know
Do
I'm
you?
C. Darayl, the writer on Instagram, and on Facebook, I might just be, oh yeah, I'm just C. Darayl on Facebook. And I'm underscore C. Darayl on Twitter. And then I'm
And
C.
I'm sorry,
Darayl
I didn't get the
Howard on
Twitter.
YouTube.
Okay, YouTube, see
Underscore
Darayl
C.
Howard.
Darayl.
Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
gotta follow you on Twitter, on YouTube. I don't follow you on YouTube.
Okay. And
And my YouTube,
are all
it
your books
actually,
on
my YouTube,
Amazon?
all my books are available on Amazon.com. Yes, they're only available on Amazon for now. But my YouTube channel is actually, it started with Spread the Word. I used it to make videos for my blog, Spread the Word. And it just took on a life of its own. A lot of those videos have hundreds of thousands of views. But so when I started writing, I just kind of switched it over to C. Darayl Howard. But it used to be spreadtheword.com's YouTube.
Oh wow, I
Mhm.
didn't know that.
Mhm.
I think I just know so much. I, you just get that. I went through the blogging.
Kiera Patterson said, "Are you working on any new projects?"
I was
I
gonna get
am.
that to the
I am
end.
working on it.
Go ahead though.
Yes, I'm working
Yeah.
on it. I'm working on a couple. I have a lot of irons in the fire right now. I'm so busy. Like every day, you know, I could take the whole day and spend it on like the whole 24 hours on the different projects I have because I always have ideals coming in my head. But right now, I'm just trying to hone in on the ones that are important. They're all important, but the ones that I really need to give my all right now. And the biggest one is my publishing company because I publish all my books myself. I collaborate with graphic artists and I, do the covers. Everything is done by me. And it took a lot of time to learn. So I decided to start a publishing company so that I could publish my books, but also so that I could help other authors because it was so much that I had to learn in a short amount of time. And I know that most authors indie authors are unaware of all the information that they need to have when publishing. It's not just, developing a manuscript and putting it out there. The most important thing that I had to learn as an author was that I had to become a marketer. I wasn't just an author when became an indie publisher, or excuse me, an indie author. I had to become a entrepreneur. So that's something that a lot of people don't know, and that information that I was able to amass, I want to give it out to other people. So that's why I started Lady Blogger Publishing.
Yeah, I know Dee Dee was saying the best thing to be is your own publisher. To
Right.
be your own publisher. She had explained that to me a few months ago. So yeah, that's pretty good. It's just like when you're into music, you have to be your own everything actually. So it's the same same. It appears to be. Wow.
Well, it's just because
So
we live in a different time now. Uh, you used to get your books by going to the library. I know that's what I used to
right,
do as a kid. I had a library card and I would swipe that thing like it was a credit card. I was
right.
always at like Matilda. I was literally like Matilda crossing the train tracks over there on Willowbrook and going to the library in Compton. My
Yeah.
mom used to let me do mom.
And what
But
about the
yeah, I used
library
to love.
card inside the
What about it?
book? Where you the library card that used to be inside the book, where you
Yes,
had to
back
write your
then,
name?
yes. I'm,
That's the one
I'm
I
getting
had.
ahead of myself. When I was a teenager, I think we had cards, but back then you had to sign it out, and I would go
They
and
put
get
that
as
little
many books as
stamp.
I could. And they, yep. And so, um, yeah, well, I lost my thought, but yeah, so back then, you would get as an author, you would get a publisher, and then they would publish your book. But now with Amazon, Amazon has given authors a platform to put out their own work on their own timeline. So you don't really need a publisher. With social media, you can do your own marketing for free. And so why do you need a publisher to tell you when you can release your work, how your work should look, how it should be? You can do that on your
Right.
own, just as, like you said, Queen Jean, musicians are doing that nowadays. They
Yeah.
don't really need a music label to put their music out. By the time they do get signed, they already have a built-in audience. They've already toured in the little clubs, and they can make money on their own. So it's like you have to come at them with something a lot bigger than just a small advance and the hopes and dreams that you're going to be a star, because most musicians are stars in their own right. This King
Right.
Von, rest in peace, who just died. I had never heard his music, but I knew who he was because I seen him all over social media, during the summer. So it's not hard to get yourself out there once if you put your mind to it and really put forth the effort. So I think every author, whether they're signed or not, they need to see themselves as entrepreneurs, because that's what you are. Because
Right.
even if you are signed to a publisher, to even the big publishing houses, you will still be responsible for marketing yourself and getting
Yes.
on podcasts, getting those interviews,
Yes.
um, having social media pages, and you have to buy your own books. That was something I found out, that when you're published by the big houses, they expect you to buy a certain amount of their books, of your
And
own
why is
books.
that? Why do they expect that?
That's just part of your contract. Usually, you have to buy a certain amount of the books and
And
sell
if you
them.
have,
Yes.
Wow.
yeah, if you have book fairs to go, well, that's usually why, because you have book fairs to go through, book signings to do. So that's really
Yeah.
why you buy your own books. But you
Hmm.
also have to, if they advance you or anything like that, you're paying for your own publishing. Like that's where your advancements
Yeah.
and things like this go. That's why,
Right.
when you sit and you talk to people, why is it so expensive? Or you pay for your publicist, you're paying for a lot of things. Even when you're signed, and trust me, because I've been signed twice, you pay for your own promotions. You pay to get
Yes.
yourself out there. So you're thinking like, and I'm still giving you 60 to 70%. But when
Right.
you are, one thing that we both know, because if you're out there and you're listening and you want to be a writer, and the two of us have been through this because we both have started publishing companies, don't just get out there and be on Amazon and post a book and you don't get good editing. And I was going to get that, because I was going to get to your publishing company and someone beat me to it. She also edits. So
Right.
don't just throw a book out there and nobody has read it, proofed it, said it flows well. Like, oh, I could be an editor. And you didn't like throw your book to someone and say, read it. Not someone that likes you. Somebody that
Right.
doesn't know you or that's honest and says, okay, that doesn't flow very well. Or get someone
Right.
that you get a real editor that tells you, okay, this doesn't go here, this doesn't go there. Because you guys on my interview, my first book got sent back to me 3 times. That's what you want. So we're not telling you
Right.
don't go out there and do it the right way.
Yes, because Lady Blogger Publishing, what I hope to do, like I said, is to help others publish their book more so than publish their
That's
book
what I
for
wanted to
them.
get into.
So exactly. So, I
Yeah.
give you the blueprint and I coach you along the way and help you
Mhm.
get your work out there. And if you want to to publish it under my imprint, you can. And of course, I will absorb some of the costs in advance, and that has to go back because some people may not have the money that it takes to publish their own book. And so they may want me to do it, but some people are, more entrepreneurial and they're thinking ahead like I did and say, wait a minute, I think I can do this myself. But maybe once they find out all that goes into it, you have to format the book. The book has to be edited. You have to upload it to Amazon or wherever you're going to publish it. You need ISBN numbers. You can't buy ISBNs from these boutique companies. You need your own ISBN numbers. You have to copyright it. You have to have a barcode if you want to put it into Walmart. You need a Library of Congress number if you want it in the library. All those things that people probably don't know is involved with publishing a book. I have that expertise and I can give that to them for a fee.
That's a blessing, though, to get all
That's
that
what I wanted you to.
information.
Everything that she does, I wanted people to get out there because she not only does she publish, but she helps you publish and publish right. So if you want to be a self-publisher, she teaches you how to do it properly.
Right. Or an indie author, as the new term that they're using now, because self-publish has such a bad connotation with it. But people are making money. It's money out there, and I think, as always, Black people are kind of late to the table because these white authors, they're making a killing on Amazon, and that's another reason why authors should publish independently, because you can keep your own money. It's your product. It's the product that you're selling. Once you get it out there and you get fans, that money should come back to you because you did all the work.
What format are your books in?
I have them on right now. I don't have anything on audiobooks, but you can purchase them on paperback and ebook. Because I don't know about you, Pam, but I like to read things in ebook format if I'm just out and about and I still want to continue reading my book while I'm waiting at the doctor's or waiting for my kids at the orthodontist. I might want to still read the book, but I like to have my book in my hands. So
I do both.
And cozy up, huh?
Yeah.
A lot of people say, well, why not audiobooks? But I mean, come on, you're supposed to be reading, not listening.
Not having somebody read to you.
People keep asking me the same thing. When are you going to come out with audiobooks? And I like to either read my iPad. Sometimes, like if my son is too loud, I put my headset on and let my computer read the book to me, just so I don't have to hear him. But I like to either hold my book or read my book. Like if I leave the house, I don't like to take my book because I don't want to lose it.
Right.
But I don't know. Like I don't want to hear my voice read my book out loud to somebody else. Right. I don't know. But Miss Cook constantly hits me up and says, "When are you gonna do an audiobook? When are you gonna do an audiobook?" I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's another thing too. Some authors may want that option, and of course it is out there because audiobooks are starting to become a big thing now. Because I'm a reader. Like I said, I've always had a library card. I've always loved to read. And I don't want to hear someone else's voice. I want to imagine their voice in my own head.
Yeah.
And that takes
I read some ghetto books sometimes, and I want to do my own voice with whoever is speaking.
Yeah.
Or have my own quirkiness to, I don't know. But I'll get with the times. Meg said something I thought I wanted to tell you. Oh, great information. I never knew that about publishing. And then she said, write your name and stamp on when we went to the library. Yeah, I remember that. You have to write your name in the book. So I was reading some of the comments before, but someone had asked about publishing and I really wanted to get to that part. So I did the publishing. We did your books. We did.
And blogging.
Your blogging.
I also noticed that during the COVID, there's a lot of people who are starting to write books.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody
There's a lot
wants
of
a book,
people.
especially
Yeah.
if you're professional, if you're, I mean, if you're educated to a certain degree, you're going to want something out there. You know,
Um,
especially for these doctorates and all that, you're going to have something out there. But
did you read that last one, Howard and Dee
oh,
Dee?
hey, Armstead, what's up?
Hello. Hello, Eric.
Hi, I miss you,
Oh,
Armstead.
I know. He hit me up today. I sent him I told him that you're gonna be on the show. So I'm surprised
Oh,
he
us
showed
too.
up.
Yeah,
So
we had so much fun. I think that
didn't
was the
we?
best time
Oh, it
doing what we
was.
do. That was like the
Okay.
best time, I think.
It
And
was.
then we
I'm
had to
so
get
glad
both
you
of them.
showed
That
up,
was the best time.
Armstead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank
We love
you.
you. Yeah. Sorry that was just for the
I think I asked about him recently. Didn't I ask you about him recently? No,
yeah.
maybe during our
Oh, he put
4-hour
happy
conversation. I
faces.
know it came up in my head and I forgot to probably ask about him. But yeah,
Yeah.
I met you.
We appreciate you coming, Armstead.
Yes, I
Eric.
do.
So
I do.
Yeah.
how many books have you written? You guys listen to this, people in the audience. How many books that's going to be one of the trivia questions?
3 so far. Uh,
3?
Baby Girl came out last year, and I published book 1 of my series, Tell Me Something Good, this year. And there's 2 more books coming from that. And then in between me finishing the first book, I did the poetry book. And that's just because I don't know, I have poetry in me as well. That's where I started at with my writing
I was gonna
career.
ask
When
you.
I was in the 5th grade, I probably started out writing songs and writing poems. And
I was
so
gonna ask you
I
that.
forgot,
What
I forgot that
what
I wrote
motivates you to
poetry.
do your poetry? Because I have a hard time doing poetry, and I won't share my poetry with anyone. And you were brave enough to share yours. I loved your book. But what motivates you to do poetry? How do you get into that mindset?
Well, see, that was probably the easiest thing I could do was poems. So I definitely didn't want to write poems. And Baby Girl was probably the second easiest thing I could do. And I didn't want to be an urban author because I'm like, that's the easy way. I don't want to do that. And I wanted to challenge myself, but both were inside of me. I had to get Baby Girl out. I have my real first novel still in the vault, and that one will probably come out probably after I write my series. But Baby Girl was in me, and I had to get her out. And poetry, my grandmother reminded me, remember you used to write poems? Remember you wrote that poem for so and so? Funeral for my little cousin. She said, remember you wrote that? I think I was probably like 11. And I was like, Grandma, I forgot I wrote that poem. But I used to write poems all the time. And I feel like poetry is like a form of expression that should be easy for anyone to write because who can tell you how to feel? And for me, poetry is about feelings and emotions and your thoughts. And
And
so,
they're so private. I think that's why I don't share mine. Mine are so private, like because you really tap into something deep when you write a
right.
poem.
Yeah, when you
And
write
then
poetry.
so I think I was probably, you know, this year I was reading about a lot of authors, and I think I probably was watching a documentary on Maya Angelou and just her many accomplishments. And I was like, let me write some poetry. I think I want to have that, you
She's
know.
one of my favorites.
Yeah,
Yeah.
rest in
Yeah,
love to
she
Maya Angelou. Yeah.
right, right. She
J.
really
John
showed
Lee.
that.
Truly missed.
Thank you, J. John Lee. He said he loves our vibe. Peace, my queens.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. I had to say it because that was
Yes, thank
special.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
And
pretty
that's a
cool.
new name, so thank you very, very much. Come join us again. You bring all these people with
Definitely.
you, Miss
I know,
CD.
right?
Okay, we got all these
Darayl
new
brought a lot of
names.
people with
Okay.
her. And to your mom, she said thank you, and sends us abundance of blessings. So thank you
Thank
to your
you.
mom for that received.
Thank you,
And I
Mom.
also want to
Thank
say hi
you.
to my grandchildren because they're watching. They told me to wave hi to them because they're watching. So hey, I know, right? Grandchildren are the best.
Yeah. I wanted to
Wow,
congratulate
we're gonna
you.
have to bring you back because
I
this just
know.
was not enough
Hey,
time.
Mimi.
This hour went by too
Hey,
quick.
Mia.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Go
I
ahead,
said we're
Queen, and
gonna have
then
to
I'll
bring you
follow
back
through.
because the hour went by too quick.
I know.
Went by
It
too quick.
did. You know, I was like, what am I going to talk about for an hour about me? But it did. It went by really quick. It did. It did.
I told you it goes by so
And you put a
fast.
lot
Like
of
it's been an hour.
yeah, and you put a lot of
Yeah.
information out there though, good information, especially
I,
about publishing. That was some good information to put out and to let people know they can come to you for a fee, but you can get them on the right track. Because a lot of people don't have
For
those
the fee.
resources. They don't even know where, yeah, for a fee. They don't even know where to begin. Because I had a little cousin who wanted to write, and she was searching for a publisher, and I had referred her to Dee Dee because she was just all over the place, and Dee Dee was the only one that I knew that could
Right.
assist her. So
oh, I
yeah, that
forgot
was
I sent to those publishers. Yeah, I forgot.
yeah, so that was good information to put out there as well, and also to let us know about your. I'm definitely going to get Baby Girl. I think it's like 99 cents now, because I went on
And it's
Amazon and
which one is Baby Girl? Oh, this one.
For the ebook, yeah.
the
You
very
have got to
yeah,
read this book. It is so good.
because I think I
Yeah.
would be able
Yeah.
to relate to her.
And
You know, I
it's
think I
not
would truly be
a
able to
And
relate to.
it's a quick read. It's a
I
quick
was gonna
read
say that
because
it's a quick
it's
read.
not a book
Yeah.
that you can put down easily.
Mm-mm.
You're gonna be like, what I try to do is
They get
put
upset with
cliffhangers
me.
in each chapter, so you would just like want to hurry up and read the next one. I
You
know
rush
that's
to the
what I
back and you
like.
come back. Yeah. I was gonna say I could read a book in a day. But this, I mean, like, because I read a lot. This is that book that you don't mind reading in a day because you're like,
Right.
it's not
Right.
a chore. Like it's not a slow read. It's a good read. It's a good book. So
That's
go
that's
get
what
it.
your book, A Piece of You, did for me. I
Uh,
couldn't put that book down, so I was done with that book too.
yeah.
Because Dee Dee taught me that if you're reading a book and the first chapter doesn't catch you,
Right.
then it's not the book for you. So I do have a lot of books that I have not finished because it's like I couldn't get into them. So that was a good thing. But I'm sure I can get into Baby Girl because it's like a hood chick, like you said. So
Right.
It's a
And
baby girl.
with Baby Girl, I wanted to give the feminine side of growing up in South Central LA. We have Baby Boy the movie, you have Boys in the Hood, and I
Yes.
felt like, what about the chicks that grew up in the hood? Who's going to tell their story and
right.
really from real life perspective, like how it really went down? Because I remember when I was a kid, and I remember how things used to go down, and the drama of it all, gangbangers and drug dealers. And I mean, it used to be like when crack cocaine hit South Central, it was like when EDD hit South Central this summer. Everybody was balling out of control. Everybody was balling out of control. And either you were
Yes.
on crack, you were either on crack or you were selling crack. And that was a time. That was a
Are
time.
there any other authors in your family, or are you the only author?
My sister, actually, Hope Lene, that's on with us
Yeah.
tonight, she's an author, but she doesn't write fiction. Well, she does. Her first book is a fiction novel. Help me out, Hope Lene. What's the name of that book?
I know. I have that book too.
You're gonna kill me, Hope. Let me see. What's the name of it? It's
I was gonna say, tell me something good. I have that book at home, or it's on my phone. I can't get my phone right now because I downloaded it. Come on, Hope. Put it out there. Hope is coming on the show, so she'll tell us all about it. She's coming in January.
yeah,
That's
she's
great.
got her book then. But she has her first book is a fiction novel, but right now she's a love coach, I think, and so she just came out with a book, The Rules, that I edited for her as well. So, and a workbook that goes along with that. So I've been busy helping her with the editing side of her book. So
She said,
yeah,
the
It's called The Bottom
line.
Line.
Yes.
I mean, the bottom.
bottom
Yeah, the
line.
bottom line.
And the cover went across
Bottom
my
line.
whole mind too. That's the crazy part. Thank you, Hope Lanier. She's a certified life coach. And then Megalicious
Certified life
said
coach.
Megalicious said you can't put your book down until you're done with it. She's read your books too. Megalicious, she's a reader too.
Thank you, Megalicious.
Yeah. So she's cool. I love Megalicious. Ooh.
Yeah, she's probably following you right now on IG and all platforms. So if you guys
Probably
Right.
see the
so.
information
Go
there, follow
follow
her on all
C
platforms.
Darayl and
C. Darayl, the writer on
Lady
IG,
Blogger.
and C.
Yes.
Darayl, yes, right, both, right.
My hair went in my drink. I'm like, why am I wet? Strangest stuff looking like, is the cat in here? What just happened? All these dreads. That is
My sister
hilarious.
is something else. So yeah, it was a great
Yeah,
interview. If you could just give me the handles again, so you all can write them down. If you have a pen or
C.
paper there.
Darayl, C. Darayl, the writer on IG underscore C. Darayl on Twitter and C. Darayl on Facebook. So check me out and hit me
Magnificent.
up.
And you will be coming back because when you come back, it's because we're doing a collab together. So when she comes
Right,
back, it'll be
right,
because we'll talk about it later, but we're doing a project together. I have to throw that
right,
out there.
And
right.
we
And I'm
also,
excited about that. And we definitely, everybody that's included in that has to come back to your show. That's exactly
we
what we
had to
do.
bring
What we
Hope
would.
back
Because
too.
remember, I was talking about that, and I didn't think
Yeah.
about us doing it this way. And this is exactly what we
Yeah.
need to do. This is going to be so
We
fun.
could bring,
And I don't know how
yeah.
we're going to do it in an hour. How we're going to do that in an hour?
Oh, me and Queen are good for getting it done in an hour. We'll get it right there. Hey, if we have to go an hour and a half, hey, G-Lew,
Yeah, like
he's
we
out
can.
there, our
Yeah.
producer, he'll let us do an hour and a half.
So
Right,
listen,
right.
this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a twist tonight. We're gonna let you ask the viewers questions to see how they were paying attention in order to receive a prize from us.
We'll give away two. We'll give away a
Okay.
t-shirt and a mask.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. So, what school did I say that I went to in Compton? That's number one. Which school did I say that I went to when
Ooh,
I was a little
that's the
girl
t-shirt.
in
And
That's
that's
a
for the
baby.
t-shirt. What school did she go
Yeah.
to?
And then this one is going to be easy. What's the name? Well, it may not be easy because I didn't say it. You held the book up. What's the name of my poetry book?
Oh,
Yes.
okay, that's a good one.
Wow,
Yeah.
which one is harder?
Okay, and we got it.
I got good gifts at home though.
Mom got mom answered the
Mom got
question for
it.
the elementary school,
I'm gonna give it to her
but mom
though.
get the
Mom, let us
prize.
hear.
Mom got a prize. I'm sending your mom a
Mom
prize.
gets the
Dear,
t-shirt. Mom gets
yeah,
the t-shirt.
because she's here tonight. Who's next? Who's next?
The second question was, what's the name of the poetry book?
Hey,
I haven't.
Latoya. Latoya is she's like a little sister to me, and she's always so supportive. I love you, Latoya. Thank you for always supporting me. You're the best.
Yeah, she said
Yay.
Marion. Hope Lynette said, nope, I did. Is that the name of your poetry book? Nope,
No,
I
she said
did.
nope, she got it. She said nope, she got it.
Oh, oh,
And
your
then
mom
my
said
mom
no,
said
give it
no,
to
give it
someone
to someone
else.
else.
Oh,
How sweet is that?
aw.
That's my
Okay.
mom. That's my mom for you. Yeah.
Well,
Who should we give
Latoya
it
was
to?
saying it. She was saying Marion. She said Marion, so
Yeah.
maybe
So we give it to
She
Latoya.
got it
Latoya?
half. Got it
Yeah.
half right.
Okay. So we'll give it to Latoya. Latoya, I'll get your address from C. Darayl
And we haven't gotten an answer yet for the
for the
book.
book.
So
For
we
the
have a
poetry
mask
Well,
book.
for
that's probably
that.
the part. I don't know if they saw it. Maybe
You put it.
maybe the series, the one that you said you like, maybe they can give the answer to the question for one of the books.
Oh, I did put all three up. I covered the name of it though. I put all three books up. Can someone give me a title to the books?
Megalicious, she got it. It says not. She said not yet. And that's right. She Megalicious.
Megalicious!
Meg always gets the
Meg
gifts,
wins a
right?
gift
Meg.
I'm gonna run out of stuff to give you, Meg. Megalicious.
Yes. Yes.
Meg, what
Well,
Meg has gotten
Queen,
so far? I got you.
thank you
Got you,
so
Meg.
much for the conversation.
Thank you for
Yeah,
having me, Cyber. I mean, like I said, I was like, what am I going to talk about? And I love the show. I'm going to be tuning in every week, showing my support and so will my
Yay.
family members. And I can't wait for my sister to come on. I know she's going to give you a good interview. Her book is good, and it's a lot that she has in that book. So
Oh,
I can't wait to watch her.
she's a love coach. So yeah.
Guru.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. So I think you guys have a lot of questions for her, once you read that one. Honey. But yes, thank you for having me. If you are watching and you haven't read one of my books, definitely go to Amazon.com and check me out. See Darayl Howard. I'm working on finishing up my Tell Me Something Good series. And Baby Girl is a fan favorite. You would definitely want to read that one. It will not disappoint.
not at all. Thank you so much, sweetheart. So proud of you. So happy that you
Thank
came.
you.
You guys have a good night and a good the rest of your weekend. Thank you for having me. Thank you, Queen Jean.
You're so
Indeed.
welcome, Queen. It's such a pleasure to meet you, and I am following you, and I am going to go order me some of those books. And blessings to your mom, your sister, your daughters who tuned in to.
The
Thank you,
bars.
Uh,
Barb. I love you.
yes, yes. So yeah,
Okay.
have a great Sunday, and let's stay unified with each other and send positive energy out to everyone. Everyone, and
Yes.
let's stay
Yes,
prayed
sir.
up. Let's pray for our world. Pray for, let's just keep each other lifted up in
Exactly.
prayer because we definitely need all of that. So it
Oh
definitely
yeah.
was a
Right.
pleasure. Yes.
God bless
So thank
America.
you.
Thank you,
Thank
Yes,
you.
God bless
darling.
America.
Good
All
night.
right, babe.
Good night. G-Lew.
Wow.
You
That
Hey,
had
was
hey,
great
great.
hey, hey,
friends.
hey, hey!
Yeah,
That
that
was
And
was a
there
great
that was
show. Great
that
interview.
was great. That was
Great
great, ladies.
conversation.
And shout out to
Thank you.
Miss C Darrell as well. She had some great information. Like everything she spoke about was on point. Like
yeah.
in depth, and you really learned something tonight. I was just sitting back there
Yes.
like, wow. She gave us some great information, and about publishing. Just all the way around. It was a great interview, education, communication, and she gave us some great conversation as well in the hookah lounge. So, and she had a lot of support out
Yes.
there. Her whole family tuned in,
Yes.
and we had
Yes.
nice numbers tonight. So it was great all the way around.
So let's
Yay.
just remind
Yeah,
everybody to
yeah.
come back every Saturday to Conversations in the Hookah Lounge, West
Conversations in
Coast
the hookah
time.
lounge. I
Yes,
usually
Yes,
have a
seven
please do.
hookah.
p.m.
I don't have my
No
hookah
hookah
tonight.
tonight, but it's all good. It was
Yeah.
great. It was
Yes.
great.
Yes.
It was
Yes.
great. You did a great job, ladies.
Thank you,
Thank
Congratulations.
you. We love
sir.
you too, Meg. Yeah. Thank you so much,
Thank
Congratulations.
you,
G.
Meg. And
Meg, you
thank you,
won
OG
again, Meg.
Steve. I
OG
know,
Steve,
Meg
thank
Yeah.
is
you.
like, it's like
Yeah.
I got it. Oh, I do have something new for you, Meg. You're gonna love it. It should be here when I get home. It should be sitting on my bed.
Shout
So
out to Megalicious. Everybody
yep.
else out there who tuned in and show support, please hit that like button for us. And please tune back in next week, same time, same place, right here. These ladies got it going on. They're on fire. It's the Conversations in the Hookah Lounge. Dee Dee Harris and Queen Jean. Follow
Thank you,
them
Angela
immediately.
Davies. She's in
Follow
the
them. Oh,
chat
what's up?
room.
What's up, Angie? What's up,
Thank
Angela?
you,
She was the
Angela.
lady that was here a couple weeks ago. If you missed that episode, go back and look at that because she gave us some
Oh,
good
oh
game
my
too.
goodness. And
The
her
Great
CBD
oh,
information.
cream.
They
wait a
was
minute.
loving you,
CBD.
Angie.
She'll be
Angela.
back in
Yeah.
December. With
Yeah.
some
Okay.
give
Much love to
December.
you.
But let me tell you, go get it, order it. We're sponsored by you today, Angela Davies. Oh, Miss C. Darrell said, thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We love you, C. Darrell.
Thank you, C. Darrell.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
Great interview. You did a
Great.
great job.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much.
And everybody else out there. Thank you all. Thank you everybody for going out and voting. You know what I mean? The vote counted this year. We can really say that now. Moving forward, we can, when the youngsters or whoever says, why should I vote? Because your vote counts.
Yeah,
exactly.
So
it definitely
Say
counted.
it.
We had a lot
Say
of
it
people going
again.
out
Say it
voting.
again.
yeah. Yeah,
Definitely
real talk. It
counted.
counts. It
They
counts.
listen to you,
Made a
G.
big
Lou. Say it
difference.
again.
Your
You're the
vote
man.
counts, young man. You know what I'm saying? Your vote counts and your mind counts. So you go out and get a book. Seriously, how we're promoting books and these authors, no real talk. Young
Yeah.
men out there, go pick you up a book. First, you can start off with the dictionary. Get you a
Uh,
good good dictionary. You can order it online or whatever, start there. Then go get DD books and all that. But just read. Read something every now and then. Expand your mind.
Yeah.
Reading is fundamental.
Feed your mind.
Fundamental,
Feed
and
your
you
mind.
don't limit your mind because there's so much information out there that you just may not even know about that can help you. You know, the more information you have, the better you are. The sharper your sword is, the better you can get out here and conversate, do things, make business deals, do things outside of your neighborhood, but do different things. You know, and so you need to know you need to know the knowledge. So pick up a book.
Right.
Yes,
Don't stay
sir.
stagnant. Don't stay stagnant.
No, don't do that. Give it
No,
up to
don't do
God, man.
that.
7 days without prayer makes 1 week. WEAK. Remember that. Love y'all.
All right. Peace and
Didi,
love.
Peace.
Queen, love you, ladies. Love y'all.
Thank
Peace
you,
and love. We out
sir.
here. We'll see you next week. OG Sundays tomorrow. We out.
We out. Peace and love.